This is the Mercedes-Benz A-Class, and it is the cheapest way to get behind the wheel of this premium brand. But since its production in 1997, the car in its first two generations was rather boring looking and too small. Then, the third generation debuted in 2012. It was larger, more modern, with stunning design, and it was absolutely beautiful for its time. It was offered with variety of different engine options, ranging from the 90 horsepower 1.5 liter Renault engine all the way up to the 2 liter turbocharged 381 horsepower engine in the A45 AMG. That meant that the car is now aimed at broader audience and has to compete with some of the rivals in the likes of the BMW 1 Series and the Audi A3. And here is the fourth generation of the Mercedes-Benz A-Class, and for the first time it is now offered as an either sedan or a hatchback. A car with great looks, but most importantly, small car with big tech that truly deserves the Mercedes-Benz badge. Depending on the trim levels you go for, you get different bits of trim pieces, redesigned bumpers and bigger alloys to make the look of this car more sharper. But be very careful playing with the configurator, because it's really easy to bump up the price with some options, and they are so good that you will want them. This model we have right here is the A180, and it's in a relatively low spec with not a lot of options, and I still think it looks brilliant. On the side, we immediately see the new body language of Mercedes-Benz. It doesn't have a lot of creases, it looks very simple, but I think that looks absolutely perfect and it works quite fine. You have these small 16-inch alloy wheels combined with the high-performance LED headlights give the car really nice stance and presence. The rear of the car is a big evolution and step up from the previous model as well, with these now new sharp looking 3D tail lamps combined with the simple boot design for the basic models that are without any creases, just make the whole look more seamless, and I think it will age really well. The interior is definitely the best in class. The materials feel extremely nice everywhere you touch. The layout is great with the stepped dash and the new turbine inspired air vents, and also the steering wheel, which comes straight away from the S-Class. Even in this base model, it is absolutely lovely to touch and control with these buttons on the steering wheel. It doesn't matter which trim you go for or what options do you choose. You're still getting top of the end tech with really good materials in an entry-level car. It doesn't come cheap, but it's a fair price to pay to sit in your fresh, brand new Mercedes-Benz. For example, the two 10.25-inch displays with MBUX and augmented reality, which shows 3D overlay on the map where you have to go. It is easily controlled by the new system from Mercedes-Benz, which is controlled by voice commands to understand normal speech, such as Siri or Alexa. It is also controlled by touchscreen and the touchpad here in the middle. Sitting at the back of the new Mercedes-Benz A-Class really feels much better than its predecessor. It has definitely grown in size, and now you have absolutely good amounts of knee room and headroom, and this front seat is adjusted to my driving position, and I feel absolutely comfortable at the back of this car. I absolutely love it. It is another really good area that they did well. Good job, Mercedes. And last but not least, let's deal with one of the practical stuff about the car, and this is the boot. In this configuration, it is opened manually and it's not electrically operated. However, you don't really need that in my opinion, and the boot is of a really nice square size. I was comparing that to the previous model, and now it is much wider opening, giving you way more easyability to load any luggage or stuff you need to. So another big improvement by Mercedes. Really nice. The second you step into the car, you really realize that you're sitting in a proper Mercedes-Benz car. Even in this low spec, it feels really nice to sit in. We have the A180 here, which is a 4-cylinder engine, petrol engine producing 136 horsepower and 200 Newton meters of torque. It is very responsive, and I would even call it nippy, and combined with this 7-speed DCT gearbox gives really good and smooth experience. The ride, absolutely comfortable. Even on this lesser model you get torsion beam system, and you can upgrade at any time to adaptive suspension for even more comfort. The car itself especially when you are sitting in front. Feels really nice. It's very driver oriented. You have that S-Class style steering wheel and you get all the configurations you can imagine. We have the two 7-inch screens here, and despite the fact they may look not really in place with the smaller screens and big bezels, they are really configurable and do great job in everything. Another thing that I absolutely love is how you can control all the inputs from your steering wheel. You have the left, which controls the driver panel, and the right, which controls the infotainment system. And also the whole layout makes you feeling posh about your choice. If you upgrade to the 10.25 inch, you can get the MBUX with the whole augmented reality system, and that can be controlled, as we previously mentioned, with voice control and also the touchpad and touchscreen like a normal modern display would. It is really amazing system. If you have the spare cash, I would definitely recommend going for. But worst case scenario, if you don't want to spend extra money, you'll be still great off with the current layout in this model. As I said, it is pretty basic one, but it feels really good, and I absolutely think it is the best in class, without a doubt. Now we are merging into high-speed road currently ahead of us, and we're gonna try the performance of the car. Acceleration is really nice. It feels really good and stable on the road, even at high speeds. The best thing, what I really like, is how easy to maneuver is around town. The visibility is pretty good. You don't have a big blind spot, and the car generally feels very stable on the road. The fuel economy is pretty good as well. We can scroll down now through the menus to have a look. I am getting an average since I got the car, which is 3 days ago, at 7 liters, which is pretty good for complete city driving. Another great area that Mercedes-Benz have improved over the previous model is the ride comfort over uneven surfaces.
What can I do?
As you can see, the Mercedes-Benz is constantly activating its voice command system. Hey Mercedes!
What do you want to do?
I'm cold. I'm not really cold, it's actually 20 degrees outside.
22 degrees.
Oh, thank you. We are currently in the city driving after fighting with that Mercedes-Benz system with the voice commands, and we have another really important point I want to make, and this is the safety tech you can get the car with. Already by standard it comes pretty loaded, but if you really want to get ahead of the game, you can spec almost the full autonomous drive system, which I didn't try myself, but I've seen many videos, and generally it seems to work really good, although I cannot say that from personal experience. Now we are going to one of my favorite streets, and I actually named it the Street of Destruction because simply it is into the city center with many nice buildings and overall urban structure. However, the street itself and its quality is dreadful. So I think this is gonna put the car to a proper test of how the comfortable suspension actually holds itself. Sorry Mercedes, but for the sake of this scientific experiment, we have to do that. So please close your eyes for this next 20 seconds. And let's try now. We are almost there. You can already feel potholes everywhere. Actually, it really puts itself well on the road. I'm surprised. This is my first impression. We have at least 500 more meters to go. Let's have a look and see how it behaves. Here comes the ultimate test. First potholes, yeah, it's definitely the suspension is tuned to be soft and it can forgive bumps quite easily. That's immediate response to the system. But let's shut up for a second and enjoy that bumpy ride.
2 hours later.
Well, I think after riding for now a couple of minutes on this street with moderate speeds, because we don't want to get the experiment too further, it really gets probably a 10 out of 10 for the car it is, for the class it is positioned at, and maybe an overall 7 out of 10 or very similar for all cars that I've put through these streets. Really good. I'm extremely happy. Another great job by you, Mercedes. Well done. If you want high-end technology in a small premium hatchback, then the A-Class is simply a no-brainer. No matter which options you go for, it won't disappoint you. I'm truly impressed by this baby Benz. Big thank you to Silver Star Bulgaria, which is the official dealer of Mercedes-Benz for Bulgaria. So if you happen to be in Sofia and you're looking for a brand new car, I'll link their website into the description below, because without them this review wouldn't be possible. Thank you so much for watching. If you do like the channel, please show me your support and click the subscribe button. And if you like any of my videos, give it a like, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Thank you and see you next time.